Hey YouTube, this is Southern Prepper 1 and welcome to Boots on the Ground. A lot to cover today. If you have a business that you would like to be promoted as business of the day, please just send me an email and any links that I can check you out. Also, if you have anything to add to business or add to the report, send it to southernprepper1@yahoo.com. southernprepper1@yahoo.com would be appreciated by all. Let's get right into it. Our business of the day is wholesomechildhood.com. We are a homesteading, homeschooling family in Kentucky and have been publishing homeschool resources for over 25 years now. One of the most popular resources is The Boy's Guide to Home Skills Lesson Bundle. These are hands-on guide to help you teach practical, old-fashioned skills to growing boys and is a great resource for any homeschooler or really any family with sons or grandsons in the home, especially in times like this. We have decided to offer at no cost during September, specifically for viewers here, the book. That would be a downloadable book, not the actual physical book. But I've looked at it, it's awesome. It's just totally full of practical advice. And really, looking through it, it was like, you know what? If you have a girl that's an outgoing outdoor girl, she would like it too. So I will leave you the link and you can go check them out. Also, I'm going to leave a link to an article on the railroad strike and the decisions that's been made so far. You know, it's not a done deal yet. They have to vote on it. Some people are holding out, so only time will tell. But it goes into how it would affect you, as in, you know, what they haul, what would be the catastrophic implications of railroad shutting down. Now, granted, Congress can push them back to work by federal law, and that's probably what would happen. That happened in the last time. I think it was only off for a day. But go read the article, please. You'll understand more about the railroads and all the implications of a strike. So let's get right into it. Today, my wife and I went to a local McDonald's over here in San Fernando Valley. The soda machine from the lobby has been out for a couple of weeks. When we went to the counter and asked the gentleman if they were giving free refills, he said only today, starting tomorrow, they will no longer offer free refills at McDonald's. This was one of the perks of going to McDonald's, was free refills. I guess we won't be going there any longer. We'll have to go to Burger King instead. So, just additional cutbacks. Next, we had a quick lunch at Wendy's at a town of about 40,000 people. The staff was struggling to keep up. They were short-staffed. They had no CO2 for their drink machines. Drinks were poured from a 2-liter bottle. Soon they might not have these also. It's insanity. Can't even get carbon dioxide to keep the soda fountain working. As a result of the bank bail-in and bank holidays, banks in Lebanon refused to allow people to withdraw money from their account. In response, people are starting to rob the bank to get their money out. A woman in Lebanon had to rob the bank to receive her funds to pay family medical bills. I shop at my local Walmart 1 to 2 times per week. What I have been noticing in my stores, not only are price fluctuating up and down, constantly up and then going down again, then up, but a ton of non-essential products are in stacks and pallets all through the aisle. My local Walmart has so much back order of Halloween merchandise sitting piled high in the lawn and garden section, unopened and not ready to be unpacked for the shelves. A ton of weird and unusual things happening in this store, such as one week the shoe section were jam-packed. They had shoes on the floor as well stacked at the end of the aisles. But the following week, you'll have 2 shoe aisles completely empty and picked over. Very strange, and that's from Pennsylvania. This happened at a major grocery store. Physically threatened over virtually nothing at a store. I'll just give you a brief outline of what happened. Man was in his 60s shopping, walked to the other aisle away from his wife to find something. People were in his way. He politely asked them if they could get in there. They didn't respond at all, so he just barely moved the cart to grab what he wanted, but the cart had a baby in it. The couple flipped out, called him all kinds of bad words that I can't say on this family-friendly channel. He was scared. He was definitely, you know, did not want to be assaulted over this incident. He probably should not have touched the cart, but people are all on short fuses, and I'm getting that from everyone. You do something to someone, road rage, don't even honk. I've been told numerous times from people in big cities, do not honk your horn. Even if someone does something stupid or unsafe, don't honk your horn. It could get you into a lot of trouble. Also, one person said, decent potatoes. Hard to find here in Mustang, Oklahoma. Today we were at Walmart and I was blown away by how expensive potatoes were. I cannot ever remember paying $1.28 a pound for loose potatoes and $8 or $8.50 for a 10-pound bag of potatoes either. Meat has also gone up a lot. We paid almost $16 for 2¼ pounds of stew meat. My friend works at the Save-A-Mart supermarket in Central Valley, California. Workers are calling in sick or not calling at all and just not showing up to work. Deli meats and meat departments are low in quantity. Orders are not coming in all departments. The new buyers of the grocery chain, nearly 200 stores, sold the pharmacy to Walgreens and will be closing all of their pharmacies there. I overheard in Walmart, when some people were talking, a Frito-Lay merchandiser discussing the shortages. One indicated he ordered 25,000 pieces and he only got 7,000 of his order. And he's stocking the shelves with slow-moving items to fill spaces. The Walmart cashier was getting ready to get off work and was hoping someone was going to show up to relieve her. She said lots of the new hires are working 1 or 2 shifts and not coming back in. The cashier told her that she had worked 83 hours last week, and she is considered part-time. They also said Best Buy is remodeling one of the locations, creating more warehouse space and less consumer shopping area. They're also closing another store close by. This person says shrinkflation. They sent me pictures. It is insanity. They had pictures of boxes of trash bags. They went from 12 bags for $1, I guess, in the box to 8. And they were in the store and they just discovered that the box had gone from 8 to 4. They said they bought the 12 pack about 6 months ago. So in 6 months, they went from 12 to 8 to 4. That's major shrinkflation. That's major cost increases. This is Tractor Supply. In South Georgia, a small town, a 20 by 20 tarp was $100. A small plastic funnel was $5. A quart of 30-weight motor oil was $9. No lawnmowers at all. Lots of empty shelves, crazy stuff, crazy prices. This person is located in Iowa. I noticed a lot more vehicles broken down on the side of the road in the past few months. Not just in Iowa, but out of state also. Sometimes they sit there for days or more. Maybe people can't afford to maintain their vehicles. This one is very interesting. United Airlines seems to be canceling many scheduled future flights across the Pacific. For example, my United flight from Honolulu to Tokyo in early November has just been canceled, and the alternative flights are now extremely scarce and expensive. My replacement seat was going to cost me $17,000. That is unbelievable. I don't think it was a typo, but he said that United is supposed to be paying the difference of the price change. Although the official explanation is staff shortages, I smell a different possible explanation. Some federal agency or department with big checkbooks may be leasing commercial aircraft at premium prices to transport military supplies and troops during November. Not enough data point to reach any conclusion, but I see similarities to the first Gulf War. Time will tell. So that's very interesting, and that would be a long flight from Honolulu to Japan. We were notified by our screen printer that the jerseys and shirts, this is for, I guess, a rec youth group sports team, will not be completed on time for the first game. And they apologized, saying, "We're sincerely sorry. We ordered shirts in early August, but supply and staffing and shipping has been difficult. This is the first time we've experienced this in 20 years. Thanks for your understanding," and this comes from a park and recreation. This is coming from a bagger at a local Kroger in Tennessee, Middle Tennessee. He told my neighbor that a lady came running into the store crying, and she was starting to load her groceries in her car, and a car pulled up behind her. 2 people got out and snatched all her groceries and speeded off. It was shocking to hear that this is happening here because it is a pretty safe area where people treat each other very respectfully for most parts. This is Nashville. A strain of avian flu has been found in a poultry flock. It's in West Tennessee. So they're coming in and they will eliminate all of the animals that are in question. So just more and more avian flu problems, and it will keep affecting our prices we pay at the store. This person wanted to talk about the waste disposal in Washington, and it is becoming a problem. And also because where they're sending this trash, landfills do have, an expiration date. When they get full, they get totally shut down, and then people have to find other places to dump trash. This person's up in Canada. They had their expansion tank, that's their well tank, pressure tank. 2 years ago they replaced it and they put in a 40-liter tank. I think it cost them $250 then. Today it went bad, so they had to replace it, and they only could find a 20-liter tank, half the size, for $680. After asking about the price, the store told me they can knock off 25% off the price for this item. Seems like the stores are trying to take a little extra out of the pocket while they still can. After I got home, I noticed that one of my valves were leaking. I tightened it up and noticed 2 hairline cracks, so he had to replace that. But yes, things are not available, or when things are available in the building industry, they're outrageously priced. This person said, this is from New York State, just want to let you know that some idiots are taking things to a new level. A lady was walking at the park in New York, and a couple got into a car near her. They started backing out slowly. She thought nothing of it. As they pulled beside her, the male passenger pulled out a gun and started shooting at her. She felt something hit her and started running. Must have shot her about 10 times. She felt around on her, and she wasn't hurt. It was a pellet gun. However, this also happened to someone at one of our other parks. So, just for fun, people are shooting people with pellet guns. Things have gotten crazy, so be careful out there. The problem is, luckily that lady wasn't a CWP holder, and she pulled out a real gun and solved the problem of the threat. Also, in South Carolina, not far from me, actually very close to me, there was a die-off of some rabbits. There's a rabbit disease, a virus going around killing rabbits. So for me, I'll have to watch out. I keep my animals sort of isolated from any wild animals. I won't be introducing any new rabbits into my group, just to keep this from affecting me. The mortality rate on these wild rabbits being killed is 70% or higher. So if it gets into the domestic animals, serious problems if you're counting on that for meat. This is from North Carolina. Propane prices in about a year time, major increase from $2.73 to $3.60. Lock in your propane price now, please. Please lock it in, because it's only going to get more expensive as we get into the winter months. This person works at a large FedEx ground distribution center in California that encompasses, I won't say how big, hundreds and hundreds of thousands of square feet, 13 miles of conveyor belt. It appears as FedEx is undergoing an expansion of some sort to include 4 additional buildings. So the buildings are built, but they're not using them right now. According to the FedEx administrator, who is my supervisor, FedEx is bleeding money like a stuck pig, and my position may be eliminated. Every day I see wasteful on a scale that is unbelievable. Just things that they throw away that they shouldn't. He said there's literally no work for me, so I hide in the maintenance shop. FedEx had terrible results in their stock on Friday. FedEx is predicting a recession, so I believe their stock is falling hard, and I believe all of the shipping companies will fall hard eventually. This is Reno, Nevada. I went to my local Target to pick up some various items, all small stuff, about $50 to $60 worth. I get to the checkout, and I was told there was no bags. So I asked them, what am I going to do? And the attitude of the cashier wasn't that good. Probably very fed up with not being able to do their job properly. So I left everything and walked out because there were so many small items I couldn't carry it out. This is, someone sent to me, the VA will release its COLA. I guess that's the cost of living increase for disabled veterans. It is based on Social Security COLA and the Consumer Price Index, the official inflation numbers. And this would be for Q3. It is estimated to be between 8.9 and 9.3. So let's just say 9% increase cost of living. It won't keep pace with actual inflation, food, gas, and items that they no longer factor in, but it is better than the normally adjustment over the past years. But meanwhile, this is what other people got. Food stamps, EBT recipients got a 25% COLA last year. Congress is getting a 21% COLA effective next year. And the railroad workers are getting the raise if they sign off on the contract of a 24% COLA. Now granted, the railroad workers really can't be added into this because they're a private group, a business. But if Congress is getting a 21% COLA and wounded vets and Social Security recipients are not even getting close to that, it's just a double standard. This guy said in Minnesota, a friend has been waiting for a prescription for 3 days. Sent me a picture, and it's actually a sign at the pharmacy. There are a shortage of pharmacists. They cannot open up without a pharmacist, so he can't even get his medicine. My son and I went through the drive-thru at Chicken Express for a quick dinner tonight. When I placed the order, I noticed the cashier asked cash or credit. When I pulled up to the window, I asked the cashier if there was a different price for cash. She said yes. We were going to have to raise chicken prices again, but instead, they decided to charge those using credit cards. I looked at the receipt, and sure enough, 3.5% was added to the bill. I'll be paying cash there from now on. This person took and sent some photographs of a township in Pennsylvania. What you're seeing is a food distribution from a local food pantry. I had to make a trip to the grocery store. When I saw this, I counted over 200 cars in one parking lot alone. Keep in mind the food is distributed at an abandoned shopping mall, so there was 3 lots in total with overflow line because they were overwhelmed with people. So many people in vehicles, they had to get flagmen to direct traffic to make things run smoothly. Because of the rapid growth in people seeking food, they had to move it to that shopping mall. It has more than tripled in size since April. That is unbelievable. I work at a big box home improvement store. A customer bought a wheelbarrow, but had to return it because there was no one available to unlock it. So he purchased it inside, was going to go outside and have someone unlock it. They couldn't find anyone with the key. So he had to go back in and get his money back. I was at one of the San Francisco Bay Area Costco yesterday and noticed these price increases. Watermelon last year was $6. In the summer, this summer it went up to $8, and now it is $9. A pack of kiwi was last month $9, now it is $12. 4-pack of butter was $12.50, now it is $13. As you can see, prices are going up, and it is constant. This is a nutshell. She sent me a very lengthy explanation, but I'll give it to you very brief. The Center for Medicare Services, CMS, the feds who deal with Medicare are putting in new rules that will effectively push independent agency out of the business and limit our ability to help as many seniors who either have to figure everything out on their own or have recourse to these soulless call centers who don't give a rip about people as human beings. So it's making, I guess, for the little people that help people decide on their Medicare services, it's tying their hands on things they can tell them and things they can do. So if you need to get on Medicare, it says it may be worth getting in touch with your Medicare specialist prior to October 1st. I think this is when the rule goes into effect. So if that affects you, get right on it. So there you go. This is Boots on the Ground. I appreciate everyone sending things in. Take this intel, make it applicable to your life. If you know you're short in some areas, take care of your problem. Thanks for watching.